Good morning, FlossTubers. It's a beautiful day here along the Continental Divide in Idaho. My name is Shanda. Welcome to my channel. I have had so many new subscribers and friends that have sent me emails and new acquaintances that I really wish I could meet all of you in person, and some of you have left beautiful, beautiful comments. So thank you. But today I have a little bit of everything. As I said, it's a beautiful day here. This morning I needed to come out to my studio and get a few things organized that I needed to take care of. The first thing is, this is mainly going to be, I don't have a ton of cross stitch. I don't have a ton of quilting, but there was some questions and answers that questions, I guess I should say, that wanted answered from some of my past FlossTubes and even my quilting videos that I did in 2019. I started my YouTube channel in late in 2017 as just a way to learn to articulate a little better, slow down my speech some, and to stay in contact with my family members that live in Alaska, in Illinois. I have a lot of family that live in Illinois, some here in Idaho, some in Washington State, and it's just kind of blossomed into mainly just a channel about my quilting and my cross stitching, mainly more cross stitching. Anyway, today is just a question and answer series. It'll probably be really small. So, first of all, I mentioned that I'd have a lot of new subscribers, so welcome to my channel. And because I never even dreamed I would hit 200, this community really is just incredible. I wanted to have another giveaway, and it probably won't be, I gotta make it first, but I want to show you what I want to do here. I have 2 charm packs, and I have a video posted that one person wanted to see. Last time I videoed in front of my mustard and red cabinet, which is right over here, and this is a different angle. Yeah, I have a fly rod down there because I'm learning to fly fish. But this is a different angle from my studio, mainly because I get a lot of the good morning light. But I had a question on, somebody wanted to see what was inside my cabinet. So I have a video at the very end of this, a short little video of what's inside that corner cabinet. But I pulled 2 charm packs. One is Kim Deal's Gathering Basket, and the other is Lizzie's Legacy by Betsy Chechnian. And I'm going to make a fall table runner out of one of these. I don't know which one yet. As a giveaway for my 3,500 subscribers mark. And I don't know, I'm in the low 3,000 and change right now. So stay tuned for that. I do want to give away a table topper like I did, it was probably 3 or 4 months ago. So I will be doing that. I had one question on my, and this is not going to be in any specific order. I'm just taking them like they're coming off my lap. One of my viewers last time asked, my 4x5 quilt blocks, there's 180 different ones of them. 2.5 months. These babies are coming off. Somebody asked me why I stitched. If you can see, I stitch around the edges. As a long arm quilter, I stay stitch my edges to help keep them square. Once I've squared up, once I've pieced my block and I've squared it up, I stay stitch all the way around. Oh, yeah, this one stay stitched. They're all stay stitched. I stay stitch around the edges to help keep them square so that when they go into the quilt top, how many of us have quilt tops that we've finished years ago and we take them to quilt group, we take them to family members, we take them, show them at family reunions, we show them off when people come to visit us in our homes. Those edges of those quilt tops get stretched. You don't think they do, but they do, from unfolding, folding, holding them up, showing to people. As a long arm machine quilter, I sometimes educate my clients when the quilt top is completely done. It's all pieced, it's ironed, it's ready to go to the machine quilter. Who knows how long it will be before it actually goes to the machine quilter, even if it's just a few months, a few weeks, a day, I don't know. I ask my ladies or my quilters to stay stitch all the way around that quilt top, 1/8 of an inch in, just regular stitches, so that it doesn't stretch out. It loads on my machine a lot better, and hence I did this to these quilt blocks because I did not know when I was ever going to get back to these quilt blocks. But they're stay stitched, so as I show them, even how small they are versus how big a quilt top is going to be, they're all stay stitched and they will stay pretty much square if you do that. So that's why you see in my examples, you'll see stay stitching all the way around either blocks or a whole quilt top when I show a quilt top. Just kind of keeps it square and nice, ready for the machine quilter. In this case, it's me, but you get the idea. I had a lot of requests, especially this last time. People are wanting to know what this cross stitch is. This cross stitch is called 1830 Christmas. It's by Lori Brecklin, Not Forgotten Farms, and I stitched this. I didn't write the date on this one. It is a much older pattern, and I want to say this has been stitched for at least 6 or 7 years. But Lori Brecklin, Not Forgotten Farms. Love the colors in this one. She uses DMC and then tea dyes a lot. I use my Distress It spray, and I will go get that right now so I can explain that because I do have a question on that. Okay, this is my Distress It. It's literally called Instant Antique. I've seen it called Distress It by other quilters, but I use it on cross stitch, and I also use it on just maybe paper if I'm wanting something to look really old. It's a dye, but you really have to shake it really good. And then the first spray or two, spray away from what you're wanting to spray because it does cause big droplets to land on your work. But just keep shaking it so that it stays stirred, and use it. I use it a lot. It's just called Distress It, or this one is Instant Antique. This is by Primitive Gatherings in Wisconsin. I don't know that they would ship this. I bought this one. I was visiting her shop, Lisa Bonjean's shop. Yeah, it says Instant Antique Spray, but like I said, I have seen it called Distress It. D-I-S-T-R-E-S-S-E-D. I-T. So, a lot of questions I get on this Distress It spray. I had one person that wanted to know, yes, I work full-time right now. It's something I do. I'm trying to get away from that. I'm an accountant. I have a background in accounting, and my 4-year degree is from Boise State in accounting. Probably 3 or 4 videos ago, I mentioned the oldest Blackbird book I had is called Higdon Camp 1924. And this is from 2002, and I'm sure it is out of print. But this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. There's one cross stitch. Lots of quilting in this book, and probably I can't remember but look at this. This one is called Americana Patchwork. This is the cross stitch. They actually did it like on a sweater, but they also have a pillow down here. called Hig, and this is black and white, but that's the cross stitch. Then there's a few color photographs. Look at this flag. This one is called Camp Revel. Camp Revel. It's a quilt. Oh, just beautiful. Blackbird Designs, the Audrey Hepburn of the quilting and the cross stitch world. There's some wool pennies, and here's another picture of the sweater. This penny is called All My Stars Penny Mat. I mean, 2002, their stuff is still classic. Blackbird Designs, Higdon Camp 1924, if you can see that. Just applique, flag garden. There are just no words to describe the projects in this book. There's a, I do not know if it is in here. There's a rug hook in here. It's a dog. Anyway, pillow. Look at this rug hooked rug down here on the bottom. A pillow, and then another picture of the penny rug over here. Ugh, their stuff is just beautiful. And on the very back, kind of a themed wool quilt, wool applique, fireworks at the beach. This is the last one I'll show you. It's a quilt. Woo! Blackbird Designs, Barb Adams and Alma Allen, right across the bottom, Higdon Camp 1924. It was put out in 2002. It's when the copyright 2002. So this was an answer to a question as to what my oldest Blackbird book is that I have, and it's this one. I did buy it brand new, and back in 2002, I won't tell you how much it was, but it was worth the investment. Let's put it that way. Okay, a couple more things here. The next thing I'm going to hit is I finally got my small stash from a shop in Canada called Traditional Stitches. And I kind of found one of my unicorn charts. Christy from Crosshatch Quilt gave me my first and most wanted unicorn chart. The next one was from Brenda Gervais. And I love this. I'm going to take it out of the package so that you can see it a little better. But I love this because it looks like the house is solid stitching, and it's not. And some of you may have already stitched this. I don't know. It's from 2014, and it's called Holiday Inn. The house is just an outline. It's not a solid stitching. Love this. I have one of this and one of this and one of this, and I finally found it at a store, Traditional Stitches up in Canada. But it was just as the pandemic was hitting, and they were out, and so they had to get one from Brenda, and I finally got it in the mail just this week. So maybe this will be my fall start. I have so many starts. But I also got another pattern, because patterns can't travel alone, you know. I got another fall pattern. Let me show you. I finally got just some floss. I didn't get a ton of floss. Fool's gold I needed for a project. And then Chesapeake Bay is blue, because blues are really, really hard to find right now. But the other pattern that traveled with my Holiday Inn is Cinnamon Stars. Kind of wanted that one. So my main one now, I don't know that I have any unicorn charts now. I've pretty much been blessed to have my desires fulfilled, but Holiday Inn and Cinnamon Stars. See if I can get the glare off of it. Really loving this one. Love them both, but this one was harder to find. Okay, and then, you know, you had to deal with customs and coming into the United States and everything, so. Okay, one of the last things, in my end video, in my corner cabinet here, I have a layer cake, a jelly roll, and a charm pack of some fabric, Barbara Brackman's Ladies Album. And this is was a pattern that was free off the internet. And this is one of the quilts that you make with it. I don't have many quilts that are pink and red and green in nature, but yet this was such soft muted colors that I think I'm going to tackle this one with my pre-cuts. And you'll see those here in a minute. But this is my Why Haven't I Started It segment. Because I've just loved this, and I've had the fabric, I've had the material. I really wish I didn't have to sleep. Just a thought. I don't know why I have to sleep. Maybe it's very comfortable, but why do I have to sleep? Okay, and the last three things here are just some patterns that, again, why haven't I made this? They're classic. They're some of my favorite designers. My favorite cross-stitch designers, Brenda Gervais, Stacey Nash, of course, Blackbird Designs. The really classic designers. In the quilting world, that would be Jill Morton, Blackbird Designs. Just, I love them all, really, but there are certain ones you gravitate to. Anything Civil War, anything reproduction, Civil War. Blue Bonnet Quilts is another one. I'm looking at one over here on my bulletin board. It's called Baskets of Plenty. Blue Bonnet Quilts, very Civil War-ish. But I pulled three from my stash yesterday as I was looking for something from Christy, for Christy, at Crosshatch Quilts. And Christy, I'm still looking. Be patient with me. I'll find it. This is from designer Sean Williams, Threads That Bind. And this is some penny rug work. But look at this sheep up here. Wool applique. Just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. A bunny. This is a pattern. This one's old, 2007. In my stash. Why haven't I started it, right? I'm sure we all have patterns like this. Two more. Primitive Pieces by Linda. She lives in Florida. Love her stuff. This is called It's a Crock, and it's a wool applique table runner. All those gorgeous crocks and stuff on the bottom. Flag. I have crocks in my home. Love this pattern. And then the last one is just a traditional quilt pattern, formerly red crinoline quilts, formerly Bonnie Blue Quilts. They must have a business name change. Secondhand clothes inspired by an antique quilt. This quilt is approximately 85 to 93, but oh, I want to make this. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So anyway, I don't have any further whips or stitching. I had a really rough week here with being payroll and accounting, and like I said, why do I have to sleep, right? But hope you're all staying safe. Thank you for the wonderful comments on my last video. I'm well. Bruises are all gone. You are all so kind, and so this community is amazing. You show charity one to another, and I'm just glad and blessed to be part of it. So enjoy your week, and I'll see you in a couple more. Okay, my floss tubers. I had several requests that wanted to see what was in this cabinet, and I keep two things. They're both quilting related, and this is kind of embarrassing. The first top is my pre-cuts. For quilters, we love pre-cuts, and there's some Minnikin Simpson in there. There's some Barbara Brannock. This huge stack right here is probably my most prized possession. It is a whole stack of the Jefferson County from Spring Green, Wisconsin, and they're uncut. They're not cut into, and I really do need to think about something to do with them. This was one of Jeannie's lines from several years ago, and I hesitate to cut into them because I want to make just the perfect project, and I'll come up with something. But anyway, that is what is in there. I'll set these down on the ground. But I have 1.5 inch honey buns, which are kind of rare. You don't see many 1.5 inch pre-cuts anymore. This was a fat quarter somebody gave, or a charm pack somebody gave me with some matching, and I thought I could make a cute baby quilt out of that when the need arises. But I have some Etna, I have some Primitive Gatherings, lots of Primitive Gatherings. This one up here is upside down. Oh yes, it's The First Ladies by Nancy. I want to say her name is Gear. Lots of, this is probably the basic pre-cut, is a 5 inch square. Minnick and Simpson. I've got Lisa Bonjean. I've got a lot of Jill Morton in here. Just a lot of pre-cuts. These are 2.5-inch squares, pre-cuts. More jelly rolls, lots of jelly rolls. I have lots and lots and lots of jelly rolls. Some I have this lady's album. I fell in love with it. I have a jelly roll. I have a charm pack, and then down here I have the layer cake. So anyway, this is a Jill Morton stack. This was a Jill Morton's pink and brown stack. Just lots of pre-cuts. This is a Primitive Gatherings. It's still in the plastic pre-cut. And of course, all my layer cakes. That's just waiting. Why can't we all choose something that we don't want to do? I don't want to sleep. I want to stitch or sew. And then the bottom is all my, this is really embarrassing. This isn't too much. I've gotten them down, but these are my kits for my quilting. A lot of Kim Deal Whatnot Club. I have one of, down there on the bottom right, the pink and red is one more kit from Country Threads. I've got kitted up myself. This Blackbird, it's kind of got a glare on it. Blackbird Designs, it's Halloween quilt. And I just collected over the years golds and blacks and oranges for that. Anyway, let me see if I can back up. Quilt kits in the bottom. It's so embarrassing. I'm such a hoarder. Pre-cuts in the top. And so now you know what's inside my corner cupboard.